Hey, Chris Ferdinandi here with another Vanilla.js quick tip. Let's get into it. You can use a for loop to loop through arrays, node lists, and other array-like objects. Let's take a look at how it works. I have an array here of sandwiches: turkey, tuna, ham, and PB&J. To write a for loop, I write for, and then I open up some parentheses. The item before the first semicolon is a counter variable. Conventionally, people use I for this, but it can be anything. So here I'm going to define I equals 0. The second part, between the two semicolons, is a test that we check against after each iteration of the loop. In this case, we want to make sure that the counter value is less than the total number of items in our array. We do this by checking the length property on our array. So here I'm saying, is I, our counter variable, less than the length of the sandwiches array? Finally, after the second semicolon, we specify what we want to run after each loop. In this case, we're going to add 1 to the value of I, our counter variable, with I++. And so on each iteration of the loop, the counter will get increased by 1. And before the next one runs, the loop will check to see if that current value is less than the sandwich's length. The moment that this statement is not true, the loop stops running. And so as soon as that I value is higher than the number of items in our loop, the loop doesn't run anymore. Within the curly brackets, so within it's called the block scope for this loop, we can get the current index of the item in the array with our counter variable and the specific value of the item in the array by passing that counter variable into square brackets on the array. So here I am saying sandwiches brackets I, and that's going to give me the value of the item at that index. If I open up the browser, you can see this in action. It's going to log 0, the initial value of that counter, and then turkey, the first item in the array. Then it's going to log 1 and tuna, 2 and ham, 3 and PB&J. And you can see the first value has an index of 0, the second has an index of 1. They're always going to be 1 behind. In JavaScript, arrays start at 0, and node lists and other array-like objects. So the first item has an index of 0 rather than 1, which can be a little bit confusing when you first start learning this stuff. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe even share it with someone else who you think might enjoy it. You can also get my daily developer tips newsletter over at gomakethings.com, where every weekday I share a new tip, trick, tool, or Vanilla.js snippet to help you build a simpler and more resilient web. Thanks so much for watching.